Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Holiday Cup. Gandhi, joined by DM. DM, we are on to the quarterfinals already.
So, something to talk about. We're going to check back in with Novus, who we saw first.
That's true.
That game should have been 10 minutes in favor of Novus. With that roster, that should have been a 10-minute game free. And yet, they went up against this team that was clearly unseasoned, didn't really know how to farm, couldn't fight with Fire Giant. They just barely beat them, and now they're going to be able to test their mettle against, Aquila?
No.
Titan.
Who were
Number 1 seed in Europe.
Yep, that team. That's going to be tough. I mean, if
this game lasts longer than 10 minutes, then I don't know.
Well, this is going to be our first look, really, of Titan going into World Championship as well, right?
Right.
So I'm real hyped for this. I'm real hyped for this.
I'm excited for Titan to have joined the esports scene for Smite.
Yep.
It's a team that
which is big. It's really big, right? I mean, the first year, and I'm surprised there's actually not more orgs, given like how everything kind of works with Smite and esports getting involved. Like, you're not in the other scenes. It's not like Smash or Call of Duty or anything where you're like flying your players out to all these events, right? I mean, it's like all online based, and then it's like, oh yeah, by the way, here's $2 million.
Yeah, the 2 lands and then the $2 million.
Get that out of the shop.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, no, it's dude, it's absurd that 50% just
$1 million. Winning team gets $1 million.
Well, it's actually a little bit more than that.
Well, yeah, no, yeah. What are we at?
Why is it?
Where did it go? What is that crap?
It's gonna be at like 2.1 million. By the
I'm just saying we're at 2.071 million. We need 60,000 more.
We'll hit that. We'll hit that.
60,000 more, and we are the 3rd largest prize pool ever given away in one event in all of esports history.
Which is silly. It is like it actually makes no sense. I remember I had this talk with Bart on the show not too long ago when we did a bracket reveal or whatever. And I was like, I remember joining and it was like 600,000. We might hit $1 million. Remember? You were on the same boat. You're like,
I said 1.8 from the beginning. 1.
No, you get
1.8
here. I remember you looked at me in the face and you're like, oh yeah, Scott, we might hit $1 million.
1.8. I was very wrong with 1.8. We've already bodied that.
Man, you said 1.6 at NA.
No, I said 1.8.
No, you said...
Always say 1.8. Said it from the beginning.
You're so wrong about this. You're like, I just want 1.6. I want 1.6 so we can be StarCraft.
Yeah, I said I want 1.6. I think we'll beat 1.8, but 1.6 is where I would be happy.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, 2.131 is where I'm happy.
2.131?
That or if we get 11 million flat and we could just beat Dota. Buy some gems! If all of you buy like 1 million gems right now, we'll beat it.
That's fair. But most people we're talking to probably already bought everything in the Odyssey anyway. So it's like, I feel like we have like a core of like 10,000 savages who just like buy everything in the Odyssey.
Yeah. You want to throw that in there?
Fuck yeah.
So, into the game, quarterfinals, we're going to be checking in with Titan going up against Novus Orsa once again, as first pick option has been taken from the newly sponsored Titan boys.
So what is that? It's Keelan on the order side?
Yeah, they like that.
How shocking? No, I was going to say, how shocking is that? They love that.
It was funny because Fnatic just had no idea how to deal with it. They had a counter pick first pick, which is like never happened since it changed.
The Ra
got banned.
Ra gone?
From the Titan side, that's very smart. Novus more than likely will be banning Circuit and Nox. I mean, that makes the most sense. Option back over to Titan, though. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, well, Titan, they can get rid of Sylvanas.
That'd be smart.
Yeah, I think you get rid of the support here.
Getting rid of Sylvanas and picking Geb, and then forcing the Hercules pick, and then maybe grabbing Nemesis could be really strong.
Okay.
But then that would leave the option of Herc Nem being grabbed, which is very scary.
Herc Nem being grabbed at the same time. Do you actually see that being a thing in the first two?
I see.
I don't think that happens, man.
See, I don't think you can first pick Nemesis because there are so many characters that will just stop her from being strong. And I don't think you can pick first pick Hercules because then you just pick Nemesis and become invincible. So those two characters are kind of in a weird spot. But final ban after the Thor ban from Titan is going to come out from Novus Orsa, and it's going to be Kali, leaving Nox for the first time today on the board.
Yeah. Well, that's a shot at Titan. They really don't want anyone to even look at Kali after, that comeback city.
My boy Repicas.
Oh,
Bird is playing today.
Oh, the birdie.
Yeah, so the Bird is actually the analyst for the team.
Man.
This guy is the #1 reason why warding in Europe has advanced so many levels.
Think so?
Yeah, I mean, this guy is incredible. Sylvanas is going to be the first pick, but Comfrey's going to solo. Pretty Prime's going mid. Kanye Life is, of course, going to be playing support. Repicas will be in the jungle, so Bird will be replacing for the day the ADC, which is going to make an interesting dynamic, I think, considering Kanye is very used to ataraxia.
Yep. I agree. And now Sylvanas, very, very safe.
Yes.
Everything works well. You got a lot of heals. You have a decent amount of damage. It's really going to come down to the blinks. But on the right side here, that's going to be the Agni Ymir.
I mean, I guess they're going with the whole snow theme for today, and maybe going to go for Ymir.
I'm with it.
It's locked in.
I think Agni is one of well, obviously it's like the safest mage ever, right? But I also think he's extremely undervalued right now. I really do. I think every time I see him played, it's just like, oh my God.
I think I have the nostalgia goggles. I mean, you came in a little bit after Agni received all of his major nerfs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, the dash used to be CC immune and all this other nonsense. I mean, my man used to swing. Path of Flames used to do more damage. I mean, he has almost never been buffed. I mean, he almost always gets a nerf in a patch.
And he's still super strong,
and
though.
He's still amazing.
Yeah.
So, for me, with the nostalgia goggles, I know how strong he was, and I still saw him lose lane. And with that, watching him get nerfed repeatedly, it's hard for me to justify a pick there. But still, Nox has not been picked. Apollo and Hunbots both get locked in for Titan. Novus Orsa takes on her as we go back into ban phase.
Wow. Hunbots is going to... He's always my favorite jungler. No matter who's playing him, what's happening. Hunbots, I just see the most plays. And it's so interesting because it's always like, it's an ability, auto, ability, auto. And seeing, the top level hit that, it's just... It's beautiful.
Hunbots actually has a really good matchup against Nox as well, considering he can strip away her shield with multiple abilities. I mean, he has low cooldowns, on top of the fact that the ultimate will, body her. I mean, she cannot deal with that. Fear no evil is just tick, 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 tick.
That was a Scylla ban.
Good. Scylla's absolutely broken.
You can't say absolutely broken.
Have you ever seen this god?
Yes, I watched Stealth play it all day yesterday, man.
It's nonsense.
Look, is it nonsense? Yes, but I think you take that hit early game so you can destroy everything mid to late.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, which a lot of people sleep on.
Wait, they banned Bakasura?
Wait. Is this a Ymir jungle?
Yes, this is more than likely. It could be Ymir solo. That's possible. We've
Frostyak.
seen it before.
Yep.
But Frostyak is on this team. This will be Ymir jungle.
Just making sure everything was going kosher. I remember that. I remember that wild card when Frostyak was just crushing everyone. I was like, okay, I get it. Frostyak, you got it. Ymir's it.
But Frostyak was the jungler for Fnatic, and now is on this new team. He's rocking a clan tag.
True.
I think the most thing I'm surprised about is that Variety wound up on this team. I mean, this was a player that didn't look to me like he was going to last very long, and now is on a team with Youngbei, who I think is one of the strongest players in Europe.
You kind of saw most people from Coast kind of fizzling out, or just like Variety in particular?
I'd say most of Coast is going to fizzle out. Okay. Notably to me, that was going to be Variety and Tomato. I felt like they were kind of outclassed a lot of the SPL, and that they weren't going to spend a lot of time continuing pushing. But it looks like Variety's going to prove me wrong here. He took game one, albeit did have a bit of trouble against the Chang'e. But we'll see what he can do. I mean, he has a much harder matchup this time, given that he'll be going up against Comfrey's Osiris.
Yeah, is this the first time we've seen Comfrey's Osiris?
I think this is the first time we've seen a Comfrey not play Aphrodite.
Okay. And then also on top of that,
she's available.
And on top of that, you have the world's biggest comfort pick in a Vulcan on Pretty Prime. So in Novice, this is like complete uphill.
Yeah.
Going into the start of the match. This is going to be very, very difficult for them, but we're going to hop to a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the game. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Holiday Cup quarterfinals. Gandhi and DM. This is going to be Titan taking on Novus. DM Titan, the #1 seed coming out of the EU regionals, versus Novus, who is basically a thrown together team.
You know, well, we haven't seen the highly seeded teams do so well so far. In fact, Half Devil, who came out as one of the higher seeded, did pretty well last game, considering that he took down the 2nd seeded European team, SK Gaming, albeit they did have some roster quirks, but even so, I mean, SK should have made quick work of that.
Yep, and one thing notable here is that OMG I'm a Bird is going to be filling in. He is the analyst for the team, so it's not exactly the full roster, but 4/5 of it, I still would value Titan over.
You know, and I get a lot of heat for this, but coming out of the LAN, I know his shot calls were good, but Ataraxia to me was, I think, the weakest link of Titan. Whereas I think to me, Confrey and Kanye Life made the most auspicious. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, Kanye Life I think was my MVP. Like, easy peasy. I mean, the plays that guy made were unbelievable. Granted, he was the absolute reason that they lost Game 3, but he was also the reason they won Game 4 and 5.
I can see it. I can see why you're saying that. I just don't know.
Ataraxia, he got bullied in lane every time, didn't come online until super late, and by that time his team was already so far ahead that the things that he was actually doing in the team fights, I felt was dictated more by the gold his team earned and not the gold that he earned.
So with that said, looking at Worlds, you think SK is stronger?
Hard to say. You know, going into it, and you know, me and Hiduman talked a lot. Our 2 strongest teams were TSM and Mortality, and SK beat them both. So
I think SK is that team who, like, for whatever reason, when it's like online, they just don't care.
They don't care. That's what it is. But as soon as they go to LAN, they body.
Yep. Well, we're gonna hop to a quick break. When we come back, we'll jump into the action. So
I'm
stay
not
tuned.
hopping anywhere. I'm sitting.
I hate you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's the Holiday Cup, and already on the left side here, we're going to see a little bit of an engagement as Young Bay is going to aggress on Kanye Life. Gab's going to go ahead and knock one up there. There's no real kill potential here, but OMG I'm a Bird actually getting the best of Young Bay there.
Young Bay actually does not have a buff adorned to him, you should notice. And with the Hand of the Gods being used there is a significant chance that we can see someone run out of mana here.
Very, very good chance. On the right side, though, we are going to see a little bit of pressure here. Replicas taking a lot of damage from Variety. There's going to be that, and that's going to be First Blood going, and now the blue buff as well. So, just like that, Novus showing a little bit of life already off the beginning.
All right, so yeah, I mean, this is pretty good for Novus. I mean, they need to get an early lead and just shut Titan down. And that would be a pretty big upset if we could see them actually take that game.
Oh, God, Frosty. Oh, my God. Look how much damage that was. Great googly moogly. Confrey, you got erased, my man. This is kind of what we were all expecting out of this.
So I decided to Google Novus Orsa, and it actually means new beginnings.
Ah.
I respect that.
I respect that.
I respect
I'm going to get that tattooed on my lower lip.
You won't do it.
Nah, of course not. Of course. What do you think I am?
Pretty Prime here, having complete control. Shadow Nightmare, once again, maybe looking a little bit like a weak link here as he's forced out of the lane completely. He rotates away, and I love that. I mean, he's looking kind of toasted.
Yeah, very, very toasted. And Pretty Prime is going to go ahead and just clear this out here. Shadow Nightmare. Now, the thing with Agni versus Vulcan, Vulcan's going to be much safer in lane, whereas Agni's going to be rotating everywhere. Like, Vulcan has to really justify a rotation.
You know, my eye here is really on Confrey, too, because I want to see, I mean, he's playing Osiris, at least to my knowledge, for the first time in a tournament setting where he's taking it seriously, and I want to see if he understands how to, like, properly do the or rather properly, I'm a person, I speak full words.
Yep, there you go. There you go.
Properly throw the attack chain cancel, which is very important, so we're going to see it soon here. Let's see what he does. Shot. No, he is not. I have not seen him perform it yet. I don't think he understands why this character is so strong. A lot of trouble, though. Variety used and clear the path, just barely getting out of the stun and taking some damage, but of course, Confrey takes a lot himself.
So what DM is talking about right now is a shot cancel into the ability chain, which basically gives you extra damage on top of it.
It's more than that. It's extra hits, too. Yeah. So what'll happen is generally the pacing of Osiris's attacks are bump, 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 right? You know, it's the 1 second, 0.5, 1 second, 0.5. With this, you can actually attack cancel the first 2 hits into the sickle by throwing your 1 out, and then the 1 completely resets your attack chain. So it actually goes 1, 2, 1, 2. It changes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, well, Repikas is going to be in a lot of trouble. Frostiak has him. Agni's going to dash in. Oh, that's going to be a lot of trouble for him. Kanye Life's going to be in the middle. Frostiak, he's going to get a lot of damage down onto Kanye Life.
They should have stuck around there a little bit while longer. Kanye not in a good spot as the Wolf of Elo Street rotates over, clear the path, knocks him up through the shockwave. Beautiful body blocking comes out, and the second blood of the game, or rather, I'm sorry, third blood, going to go the way of Shadow Nightmare as Novus now
has
at the map.
3 kills? Look at this map, DM. You're talking about a 5-man rotation to the right side pre-5 minutes. Are you kidding me?
Well, I mean, Omega, I'm sorry, not Omega, OMG I'm a bird, is level 6 right now. In fact, let's bring it up on the graph. Experience per minute, taking a look at Apollo, and on her, Apollo does have a pretty significant advantage, though there is a wave still available. Some of them are going to fall before Youngbay can make the rotation back down.
But the thing is OMG, I'm a bird. Can we just call him, what are we calling him? Bird?
Bird.
Okay. The thing about that is Bird, yeah, okay, so he's left in a lane by himself, but there's no reason for him to push that tower at all because then it just hurts him in the long run.
I really would have liked to see an ultimate come out. I mean, that's the strength of the character is he can split push and then get to the fight anyway. Anher's rotation was not only great, but it was actually very curious because I've actually never seen Youngbay leave the lane before. That was very new to me.
Well, look at this, right? Con-free, tier 1 boots, which is something we don't really see because it doesn't do too much, and then he opts into the Curse Blade on top of that, really trying to stop this Vamana as much as he can, but I don't know if it's enough.
You know, well, that's really big because Smithy's Hammer is not going to offer him any damage. In fact, the combat boots that he's gained, that's not going to give him any damage either once the Witchblade is finished.
Yeah.
And, you know, taking a look at the Golden Hand, Baby's 753, whereas, you know, you look at Comfrey, 373. So they're pretty even in terms of how long it's going to take them to clean it up. Bottom side, Variety steals away the blue buff.
He didn't. Comfrey looks like he doesn't have a lot of games under his belt here with Osiris.
Yeah, this is looking very novice to me.
Yeah. Not even novice. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Not even novice, right?
Because that's the team name.
Oh, my God.
You got it, right?
Yeah, no,
okay,
I get it.
Okay,
I get it.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So mid lane.
Yeah. Jesus, dude. I can't stand you. Kanye Life and Pretty Prime going to go ahead and split this in the middle, and then Frostiak's going to come in. Beads are going to be done, and Kanye Life, do they have any damage? Blink's going to come in a little bit late there out of Wolf of Elo Street.
That was big. That was really big because Wolf was going to get the sit cat of there. He was guaranteed, but the Wrath of Terra actually stopped him from finding the combo. Wow. Very, very smart play from Kanye Life. The only issue now is that as they turn their sights to these mid camps, he's not going to have a lot of pressure. Eyes here on Shadow Nightmare. Can he find the big bomb? Hand of the Gods is going to be able to clean that one up. Right side camps going to be going the way of Novice. Left side looks like they went the way of Titan.
Variety's going to come all the way over here. He's going to rotate, trying to aggress just a little bit more. Pretty Pime's going to be sitting at his tower. He's going to throw a meatball. Isn't able to connect. Vamana able to back right away. Osiris is left in his own lane, and it looks like just like that, we're going to go back. And the one thing we didn't even touch on, man, is the fact that Anher started with Heavy Hammer. He needs to get a kill in the next 2 minutes to even justify it at this point.
This is what Youngbay does. I mean, this is what he did against Titan the last time they fought, and remember, Youngbay was the Cloud9 starter as well, so it has worked before against this team, and it worked against Ataraxia, and I don't think there's any universe in which I would say that Bird's going to have a better game than Ataraxia will be, at least not out of the gate.
Yeah, but he's only got an assist right now. He's working on the Dev Gloves next. Witchblade is completely online here for Osiris, and as well as Pen Boots coming up for Vulcan, so we're going to see him doing a lot of damage here. Now, since he does have the Soul as the tier 1, I'm assuming he's going to go straight into Book of Thoth. No reason to go anything else?
It's probably going to be Book. But let's talk a little bit more about this duo lane now. You mentioned how he needs to get the devs online. He needs to get a kill. The devs are online. He's 25 some odd stacks behind, but Heavy Hammer's giving him 18 physical power, on top of the fact that his boots are started. So it's not like he's lacking in the damage department, and given the fact that he's also going to have that passive penetration and now inherent slows in his kit, I'd give the boxing match 100% away to On Her at this point.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
100%. The only thing I'd be worried about is just the lifesteal coming out for Bird.
Right, but Bird doesn't have an ultimate. I mean, using that in lane is not going to help you, whereas On Her has one of the strongest level 5 ultimates in the game. Well, right now, it's going 100% to On Her. He's looking to solidify that early game, albeit we haven't really seen him do all that much. Like you said, he has an assist. I mean, we should see more pressure coming out of it. His rotation was a little bit late last time if he was going to rotate, but he's in trouble right now.
And he could be in a little bit of trouble here. Sylvanas, eyes on Kanye Life. They're going to go for the full-blown aggress here. He's going to wait,
Beautiful.
Go for the pull, follow up as well. Here comes Hunbat's Fear No Evil. That
Beautiful.
Is routine play coming out of Titan. Now, as you take a look at the minimap, Agni was very, very slow.
That is why Kanye Life is my MVP. That's why going into this, he is my strongest support pick at Worlds, because he knew that matchup front to back. He knew exactly what to bait, exactly when he would jump, when he would use the Desert Fury, how to spread himself out to not take the damage, but still force himself into a position to bait him into it instead of throwing it at his carries. Right there, Kanye Life knew everything that was going to happen before it happened, and he punished every step of the way. He is my player to watch.
Kanye Life's in a little bit of trouble here. That's going to be a lot of damage. Shadow Nightmare should be getting this kill. Frostiak's just going to rip it from him, though. Frostiak at home with Ymir, to say the very least, when he's coming out of the jungle. Actually elects to go CDR boots.
You know, something about Frostiak that has always confused me is he takes one loss way too hard. He lost one time in the SPL with Ymir and like basically never played him again. Novus actually does find the Gold Fury. Bird not in a good spot here as he's putting himself in a rather precarious situation. Frostiak finds the kill and then blocks off Pity Prime on his escape bottom side. Hunbats has been forced away as well. It looks like they found two there. Kanye Life put himself in an awkward position going for the mid camps alone. He thought he had more pressure than he did. A lack of wards proved otherwise. They pick him off. They find another kill as well. Also grabbing the Gold Fury.
Eyes on Pretty Prime. Oh, you can do it, bro.
No. Well, Wolf could be in an awkward spot here as well. No, he will be able to escape. Pretty Prime, level 12 right now, doing a really good job in the farm department despite his team being down 2,600 gold, 2,200 experience. But yet, you know, he's sitting pretty.
Yep. And Youngbei actually went for the rotation there, and Pretty Prime just wasn't pushed up enough, so Youngbei is forced all the way back into his lane. As we take a look at the right side, Osiris versus Vamana, you're just going to see a lot of damage being mitigated and just blows being exchanged with barely any health being dropped.
Top side, we're going to see the speed buff get taken away. Not too much coming the way of invades in this game.
No, not at all.
Except for Variety take. Oh, speaking of Variety, he just got, oh my god, the control. He is not healing. He got hit by Lord of the Afterlife. He knows this and is forced to run away. Frostiak using his ultimate brilliantly again. We wow. The Spear Flail go to the creeps. Variety one hit away. Does Repicas have the jump coming up? No, not for 8 seconds. He's looking for the toss, and he finds it. First casualty of this fight, as we're going to see Shadow Nightmare rotate back, looking to keep Rep out of the fights.
Yep, Frostiak now coming in hot. Repicas is going to be there. Blink is going to be there. Cataclysm as well. Shadow Nightmare doesn't have the follow-up. Pretty Prime is going to shoot off the ultimate. Earthshaker is going to miss. Vulcan now is getting in a lot of trouble as he's going to be taken out by Shadow Nightmare. On the right side, though, it is still Hunbat and Osiris together. They're going to be forced out of this one. Will Shadow Nightmare continue to put the pressure down is the question.
You know, when I think about Shadow Nightmare, Ra is definitely one of the characters that I would attribute to his player pool.
Yeah.
But he did not show up last game. This is the Shadow Nightmare that I know. Great pressure, great space control. He's setting up everything for his team. And right there, he's actually going to find another kill, putting him even farther ahead. He's 202 at 6,300 gold right now. A bit behind, of course, Variety, but it looks like they're going to find a tower here. And check this out, Gandhi. Look at the mid lane. The baby rotates to the mid lane to keep the pressure on so that they don't lose any farm.
Which is big.
That's what you're looking for. Perhaps Novus's new beginning is really starting to shape up a lot more.
Well, even on top of that, I mean, you can already notice as well, 12:30 here on the clock, so mid-camp's getting ready to come up in about 15 seconds, give or take. And if we know one thing, in Europe, they have an extra rotation. in the mid camps than like North America. North America mid camps like stop mattering at like 9 minutes.
Right.
But Europe, it's a little bit later.
Sometimes up to 15, 18 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, they really want to keep the pressure on. And right here, you're going to see 13 minutes. Shadow Nightmare was ready. He walks away from that Wrath of Terror completely. It's going to whiff Pretty Prime in a lot of trouble. Gets picked off instantaneously. And there was no help coming from Kanye Life there, who is in a very precarious position. Left side camp's going to go the way of Repicos, but they do not care.
Great job. His variety's going to come in as well. There's going to be one Repicos all the way on the backside. Oh, he runs right into a wall, barely misses the Frost Breath there. Frostiak is everywhere, and yet he is nowhere.
Well, Comfrey takes the right side tower. Smart, he takes something off the rotation. But even so, it looks like this one's going to be a free tier 1. Frostiak will freely reset this to the creeps, and that tier 1 will be answered. Eyes on the back in Comfrey, as you see, continuously push, but Youngbei putting the hurt on. Oh, wait, no, Omega. I mean, sorry, I'm a bird with this incredible. He only got hit 1 time.
I want to call him Omega too, dude. I get
it.
Yeah,
it looks like it says Omega.
it
but
really does.
That was impressive. Not only did he juke Youngbei that many times, and that's Youngbei. He is one of the top Hunter players in the entire world, but Youngbei has Heavy Hammer, which means off the initial hit, he slowed him.
Yep.
That is very impressive.
Bird's got to feel good.
Comfrey probably not feeling too great as he is getting pushed out one more time, and again could lose his blue buff as the pressure comes through. Eyes into Comfrey here. Hand of the Gods is available, but I just don't see him getting in there at all. I mean,
this is going to be very, very... Almost. Comfrey almost goes down, gets out of there with about 10 health. Kanye Life's going to be in some trouble. Pretty Prime in the middle. That's going to be a big baby. Youngbei is able to get one as well. So now that is going to be 1 dead here for Titan. Gold Fury just respawned.
Kanye Life having some serious trouble here. He is 0-4-1 right now. Far and away lower than I think what anyone expected.
Yep. Well, you know.
Oh, Shadow Nightmare so low right now. Doesn't quite find the last hit. He's actually going to be out of there safely. There's no way. Oh, Shadow Nightmare's not backing. Oh, this is a big misplay. Eyes in the sky here as we look at, oh my God, I'm a bird coming to rain down. Doesn't find Shadow Nightmare. On its last legs, Novus going to find it. Oh, I'm a bird still has his entire kit as Frostiak does with. The rotation was good, but not good enough.
2 whiffs coming out of Frostiak here as now Kanye Life's going to rotate in. Vulcan's going to be on the flip side. Frostiak's going to continue to aggress. He's going to body block just a little bit there. Hits the Frost Breath onto Apollo. Does he have the damage? He doesn't. They're just going to turn and settle for Kanye Life. Rest in peace. 0-5 now.
This is trouble.
You jinxed him, man.
I have this is the commentator's curse. It happens every single time. Commentators like, there's no way he'll drop this combo, and then like Morgan does. Like,
oh God, taking a look at the charts here, 6,200 XP difference and gold difference 5,100
at 16 minutes nonetheless. And poor Bird here just got back, but he used so much of his mana actually working his way back using Across the Sky that Youngbei's gonna have a free. Where's he going? Blue buff? What's he doing there? Why didn't he push again? That was very confusing.
Why not?
He's actually, well, if he would have pushed and then gone, he would have delayed I'm a Bird's back. Bird actually is going to get a pretty free back here.
Yeah, well, one thing that's kind of interesting to me is the fact that Vulcan here, he's got 1,500 gold in hand, 1,600 now, but he elected to finish off Beads 3 instead of getting that Book of Thoth online. Now, granted, Book of Thoth you don't really need. It doesn't take a lot of time to get those stacks, and they don't really mean that much because you get the flat power anyways, but you still want to have that power.
That's true.
I think the difference between Beads 2 and 3 to me over Book of Thoth, I take Book of Thoth anytime.
See, for me, Beads 3 does a lot. Not only is it a shorter cooldown on Beads, making it more useful if you use it, because then you can use it sooner, but the cooldown, one extra attack from that cooldown could actually equate to more damage than the book.
That is a big whiff. Kanye Life.
Second big whiff.
That is... Wrath of Terra is going to be down, as well as Blink. They now can go for really anything here for about 70 seconds.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That alleviates a lot. That's like knowing Agni's dash is down, right?
To be fair, though, there's really not much to do. There's no jungle buffs to invade. I mean, they still have about a minute left on the bottom side camps. Ooh, Bird got caught in his dash there. This is free damage that he's taking. Nice use of Desert Fury. Can he find the Impale? No, they will not.
Did you see that one creep body block for no reason? He was just like, oh yeah, sorry, Shadow Nightmare, that's not happening.
You just talked about it. They have 70 seconds. Apollo's already gone, blinking away here. They're trying for it. Kanye Life super low, trying to heal up. They might be able to get him out of there, but they're going to lose the tier 1. Eyes on right side. Frostiak not being able to heal right now, but remember that's the Amir, and they're not really worried about that all that too much. But
oh, wow.
Variety's dead.
Yeah, Variety, what are you doing, buddy?
He's pretending that he's invincible, and he wasn't. Frostiak trying to do something here. He's actually just delaying for his team to get the tier 2. This is a smart play. Has a little bit while long.
That's the plays. That is the plays. Gab's going to be forced to roll completely out. They're not able to get the tier 2. And on top of this, they take nothing from the jungle. So all of that pressure didn't really result in much at all. You're going to see everyone get their respected buff here. Yeah. Osiris is going to get his blue.
Bird just reset the blue buff on the bottom side after watching Youngbei take his ward down. Youngbei starting to rotate away. Not really sure what he's looking for. Has to be safe near the mid camps. His mid lane does have some presence.
He's going to jump in here. Pretty Prime going to already use his beads. He's got the wall. He's going to hit him with the Impale. Pretty Prime's going to be taken out. Kanye Life is next on the menu here. Osiris is coming in through the backside. Kanye Life is going to be taken out instantly. Shadow Nightmare is going to be there as well. Osiris is forced to back. Right camps are going to be up, but that is a fire giant.
Yeah, they're going right for it. There's no way that they can stop this push. The only person that could really help at this point is Apollo, and he doesn't have the damage at this point, though. He is level 17. He doesn't have the pressure, and the entire team here is bursting this down. Lava comes up, but the fire giant goes down 13-3. What just happened?
Well, that's called complete domination. I love the fact that the play calling now in like Smite in general is just faster, right? I remember when we started off SBL, you were like, oh yeah, you know, they should be going to Fire Giant here. That's 2 dead. They don't have the hand up. They should be Fire Giant. But now it's like, okay, guys, we killed the hand. Let's just book it, right? Like, no one's wasting any time.
It still happens in, like, all the ranked games. I'll call FG and they're like, no, you're an idiot. It's 18 minutes. Like, please, just get it. It's free. It's free.
But it is hard to understand, right?
Well, luckily, the guys on New Beginnings have understood. That's a 1932 Fire Giant. Yeah. On top of the fact that they're, let's check, I have the stats in front of me. They're 13-3. There's 10 kills up, 5,400 gold, 5,900 experience.
It's about accurate,
and
too.
Gold Fury's coming up in about 30 seconds. Remember, they don't have the hand for this.
Yeah.
But they can fight. They can bait, and they can fight guaranteed, and they can win it.
Yeah. And now, the one thing here, too, I know you guys can't see it right now, but, you know, Ymir, he went Winged Blade. He's got Witchblade. Now, the next thing, since he's going to be just so his health rises with his level, right? Should be an E-Staff.
Yeah.
That's the most logical choice, right?
I mean, well, he's got the Wing Blade online for some extra cooldown. He's sitting at a 25% cooldown. But, yeah, with the uncommon sesh, it could be. Yeah. The gem's not really going to help him all that much.
God, no.
I wouldn't go that route. Doesn't need Asclepius. And it's way too late to go into Warlock, so, I mean, it has to be the E-Staff.
It has to be the E-Staff. I mean, what does he get, like 104 health per level?
Yeah, which is nonsense.
What?
Like,
what?
It's stupid. It's like, he's a 2,500 health base or something.
Yeah.
I play Assassins. I have, like 800 health.
They're like, okay, here's 500 health, man.
Hope you land your abilities. Speaking of landing abilities, we're going to watch all 4 members of Nova Scotia, or whatever their name is, rotate down the middle
I really
lane.
wanted to see where you were going to go with that.
I didn't remember the second word, and I don't know where Nova Scotia came from. I know where Nova Scotia is, which puts me far ahead.
I loved it. I loved it. I thought you executed it flawlessly. I just wanted to see what you were going to do with the abilities, right? And then you said, like, Nova Scotia, and I was like, okay, turn up.
That's a free 1,500 added to the coffers as they're going to turn their sights to the left side. Bird shouldn't have too much trouble taking this one away, but he's going to lose his tier 2 in the process. And they're going to take that. Not to mention, right after that, they're going to rotate to the Gold Fury and force the fight. And given the fact that Variety is low health, could actually bait them, but is he backing? No backing. Good. Yeah, good. No backing. There's no back time.
Yep. They might lose
the Phoenix.
Yeah, the
Phoenix, maybe he should have backed.
They might lose this. This is the decision making. Novice, you have to call it. You have to say either Fire or Gold Fury or Nah, and they're saying Nah.
No, Nah played yesterday.
Yeah, true.
He slept in though.
Yeah, just a little bit. He slept until like 7 o'clock.
I don't think Bird's going to have this one. They actually managed to walk all the way there. He'll use Across the Sky to try to get out of that one. We're going to see most of Vulcan's kit has been blown there as Bird lands down in the middle lane, not finding much. We got 4 members right here of the guys on Novus Orsa, and then, of course, Vamana working his way back down. It looks like they're going to fight for the Gold Fury.
And you can see how strong that turret is. It took, like, everything out of Agni to kill it, but Pillar's going to be there. This is going to be a Gold Fury going relatively fast. We should actually see Titan be able to clean up the jungle of Novus here. They're going to be able to at least get the blue. They might get themselves a speed buff as well, which is going to help them kind of crawl back into this one. But right now, Titan backs are completely against the wall.
See, normally as a jungler, I know if you take my speed buff, like, I will end you. I'll just tunnel vision. But, I mean, he has Boots, Wingblade, and Witchblade. He's not really hankering for some extra speed, you know? Oh, my God, that was
Variety's going to go straight into Colossal Fury. Bird is just going to get crushed. On the other side, though, we do have Vulcan in a fight with Agni here. Pretty Prime taking on Shadow Nightmare. Look at the turret just chipping away.
Turret damage.
There's nothing you can do about it, man. It's just like, it's so consistent.
Oh, God. All right, Tier 2 on right, getting focused down, but they should probably have not started this until Youngbei Wolf Bevo Street needs to trade this away. Yes, he's walking back, took way too much damage, though he should have traded it in the other direction, because now he's just behind. Variety, once again, backing. I don't know where he's
I think he's fake.
going.
Yeah. Well,
No, they're backing.
Yeah, they're going back. Variety's barely going to miss Confrey
Do
there.
they not know what the Fire Giant does?
Oh, this might be bad. But never mind. He's got to leap. What am I talking about? I was like, he could be in a lot of trouble. Oh wait, nope. He's an Olympian.
So wait, they had 5 people with Fire Giant pushing down right side with the enemy hunter dead. What was the back call there? I wish I had their comms to understand their call, because they're literally wasting this buff.
Okay, so Executioner Rage is online for Vamana. I think he might have finished Executioner there.
This is something I love, though. Executioner on Baby is so big to me because you're doing AoE penetration reduction. I'm sorry, protection reduction. That's massive. There was a player.
The Geb Voidstone?
There was a player back in the very, very, very beginning of Smite Beta, only played it a few months, named Algrid. And he was originally one of the, if not the best player in the world. I mean, this guy was incredible, and he played Baby almost every single game. And his first item was after Boots was Executioner every single time. And he won like 90% of his games with it because there was just no way to deal with it. And I love that after Executioner got buffed again, because it was nerfed at that point, that people are starting to adapt that onto Vamana again, using those giant AoE attacks to apply those effects. I think that's very strong.
Yeah, well, you know, the Voidstone coming out of Geb here, a little bit interesting to me. Not every time do we see it, but Shadow Nightmare is going to catch Kanye Life. He's going to get pulled here. He could be in a lot of trouble. He's going to dash out, though. In comes a Blink Cataclysm. The beats coming out of Pretty Prime forces him all the way out. Repicas now going to linger in the back, and now Bird is going to be all the way in the middle of the map there.
He's trying to do the Apollo thing again, looks like.
Yeah, he's, you want to split push comp? Yep, okay, lock in as Apollo.
Well, Fire Giant going to be respawning in a little bit. 13 seconds remain until the big boy pops back out.
This is going to be very, very tough for Titan. You're going to be looking at Bird's going to get the call out from the comms.
Look at the wards. Look at the wards. They have complete control. They know there's no chance. Apollo is backing right now. This is his chance to take something. Oh, he has waited way too long.
They have the burn down here. Variety's going to go and zone everyone out. That's going to be the call out. Variety, even if he dies, whatever, but he's got Colossal Fury. This man's not dying anytime soon. Look at him just crush down on Kanye Life. That's the support.
Those are big-time crits with penetration loss. One more hit's going to do it. Nice Wrath of Terror. They might turn it around. He's trying to clear the path. Gotta dodge the meatball. Where's Apollo? Where is Oh, Apollo's dead? What in the actual hell?
Yeah, I don't know where that happened.
I guess it happened at the Fire Giant.
50 seconds.
I was so focused on them with the baby. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like, they got him.
Okay, well, Confrey now. He is separating his...
Pretty Prime's ult's down. All eyes really are on Repicas. Confrey doesn't have the damage online yet. Oh, nice use of shield right there. Beats used anyway. Phoenix has fallen. Frosty and Youngbay going to be able to find the kill onto Rep, and poor Confrey left by himself here. I mean, Pretty Prime's there, but without the ultimate, is he really threatening?
No, not at all. Frosty's going to turn around, hit a Frost Breath as well. Down goes Kanye Life. Now it is all up to Pretty Prime. I don't think he has what it takes. I mean, he does have the meatballs, but look at this. He's just going to get zoned out by Youngbay. Youngbay aggressing as much as he can. He's going to turn around, and the creeps are getting ready to come in. Kanye Life is going to get frozen there.
Wow. Oh my God, Frostiak with an absolutely gorgeous play, and now keeping himself alive, chasing Bird around. The Titan is taking a lot of damage here. Now below 20%, below 10, and both Worlds teams have been eliminated on the back of two teams comprised of random former pros or subs. The strength of the European scene reigns strong.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Like John Cena?
I have no idea what that means.
You can't see me?
No, dude, I was going with the Talladega Nights, Ricky Bobby. This is awkward. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, it's the semifinals. Stay tuned.
Anywhere.
Good.